a person who takes wholesome food does not require medicine, and no medicine will cure a person who does not take wholesome food. This is quoted by Charaka, father of Indian medicine. If we consider this, don't you think a proper and appropriate diet should be on the top priority? Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Supriya and I am here to talk about Ayurvedic eating principles. Before starting with the topic, I would like to share an incident with my friend. So she came to me complaining that this day she never feels hungry. To know more about it, I asked her a couple of questions and then got to know that she was on a certain diet plan to lose her weight, which wasn't working for her. According to that diet plan, she was allowed to eat only as per the times mentioned in the chart. She was doing it very appropriately and was having only healthy and home cooked food, but still there was no effect. So to give a solution, I explained her basic Ayurvedic eating principles and asked her to follow certain things for at least a month. So she went. Next week when we met, she was happy with her bowel habit. In the next meeting after that, she was feeling light and energized even without exercising. And at the end of the month, she was so happy that she wanted to continue this routine and wanted to know more about it. So let's see what are these principles and how it works. Ayurveda is a science which considers all aspects of life. According to Ayurveda, our body is supported by three pillars, that is Trayopastambhas in Sanskrit. So these three pillars are balanced diet, balanced sleep, and properly managed sexual energy. So here, balanced diet is the most important facet for the sustenance of life. Choosing a right diet gives us longevity, strength, intellect, good voice, good complexion, that means good health in total. So this diet has three aspects. First is quantity, second is the way of eating, or we can say rules and regulations regarding it, and third is digestion. So any effect of food on our body relies on these three aspects. To explain it more, Acharya Charaka has mentioned 8 factors known as Ashtau Ahar Vidhi Visheshayatarani. So these 8 factors are very important and needed to be considered while taking any kind of food. So let's know what are these 8 factors. First is Prakriti. Prakriti means nature of food or quality of food. Let's take an example of black gram and green gram. These to belong to the same category but still are different when it comes to their digestion. Black gram is heavy to digest whereas green gram gets digested easily. So what we need to do is try to observe and try to find the nature of food and try to consume it according to our body type. Now, second point is Karana. Karana means process or process of transforming. Processes like baking, cooking, frying, etc. are included in this. For example, frying makes food heavier whereas roasting food makes light. So this should be considered while cooking. Now third point is Sayoga. Sayoga means combination of two or more things together. So you may have heard that one should not take milk and fruits together. There should be some gap in between these two. So yes, mixing up two or more things may enhance their property, may get a totally new property, or sometimes it may get bad and can cause ill effects if it is consumed like that. So yeah, we need to be more careful about it. Now fourth point is Rashi, which means quantity or amount of food. The quantity of total consumed food and the quantity of an individual food both are considered here. So how to decide a quantity? The quantity is decided according to the Agni of the person, which roughly means according to the digestive capacity. So generally, heavy food items should be consumed in the half amount or in the less quantity of the digestive capacity, and about the light food items you can have that stomach food. So most importantly, the quantity is decided as per the body type of the person, age, agni of that person, body constitution, and present health condition. Fifth point is Desh. Desh means the region or place where the food items are cultivated. So, it is believed that our human physiology is the reflection of laws of universe. The more in tune we are with the nature, healthier we are likely to be. So, it is always recommended to eat local food because it what is suitable for our body type. Sixth point is Kal. That means the time of consumption of food. In regular, we observe that we try to add or subtract certain food items with the season change. So it is essential to follow all the rules and regulations of food or diet regarding the season change very strictly. Seventh point is about the dietetic rules. Now, it is we should take next food only if previously taken food is well digested. Now, how to know if it is digested or not? To know, there are some signs mentioned. We need to observe these signs. These signs are clearness of belching, proper enthusiasm, proper evacuation of stools and urine, lightness of the body, and most importantly, proper manifestation of hunger and thirst. So, feeling hungry is important. Now, eighth point is about the person who consumes food. The consumer is the person who is responsible for the habitual intake of the things. So as a consumer, we should be aware about what we eat, about the habit, about the timings of eating, and the quality and quantity of the food. So this was all about the 8 factors. Now about the quality of the food and certain rules and regulations. It is always recommended to eat freshly cooked food which is warm to touch and is untouched. I know it is very difficult to eat freshly cooked food always, but it is recommended to eat whenever possible. Secondly, as already mentioned, eat in a proper quantity and after only feeling hungry. Third point is do not eat food which is contradictory in potency. Do not eat in a hurry and not too slowly. Eat in a desired place which is neat and clean and with desired articles. Most importantly, eat with utmost concentration and do not talk or laugh while eating. And lastly, eat after self-analysis. Now about the balanced diet. Ayurveda identified 6 tastes of the food, which are sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. So these 6 tastes naturally guide us towards body's nutritional demands. So these 6 tastes have specific action upon biological humors, that is 3 doshas, that means Vata, Pitta, Kapha. In order to maintain balance of these humors, it is very essential to have a balanced diet in all sense. So this adding up these 6 T's in diet is very essential to maintain the balance of these biological humors, or we can say to maintain the balance of health, or to maintain the health. So the quantity of these 6 tastes is again decided as per the body type, body constitution, and present health condition. So summing up, eat calmly, eat mindfully, have a balanced diet, and always have gratitude for your food. Thank you.